Hi filmmakers, and welcome to High Concept, the show where we don't just show you filmmaking and editing techniques, we show you real producing strategies to help you get your film made. I'm your host, founder, and executive producer at the Film Fund, Thomas Verdi. I'm also an award-winning filmmaker, producer, and film festival judge. In this week's episode, we'll take a look at how to keep costs down and manage your budget during your film's production. Welcome to High Concept. Creating a budget for your film production is one thing, but staying within budget and keeping costs down is another. Many filmmakers of all experience levels recount times when they wanted to pull their hair out during production, whether because they weren't fully prepared, unexpected issues arose, or certain scenes took longer to shoot than expected. There are many other factors that can cause you to go over budget during your film shoot, so it's important to be prepared and ready to adapt to anything. During the first episode of the Film Fund podcast, we sat down with Tim Viola. Tim discusses the process of making his short film, Americano, and how he struggled and overcame budgeting during the production process for his film. As a director or producer in charge of a film's production, it's absolutely crucial to understand the significance of staying within budget and the schedule. For any production, every minute costs money. Any wasted time on set can really hurt the film production companies financing the film. Filmmaking is 90% planning and 10% doing. Before you even think about ways to cut costs or stay within budget, you need to have an actual concrete budget already created. This is all part of the pre-production process, where you break down your script, determine all the equipment, props, location, cast, and everything else you'll need for the movie production. Don't forget that when you're creating your budget, you'll need to account for an individual production budget. This budget is separate from any pre-production and post-production costs and includes the necessary costs and resources needed for the actual film shoot. Once you have an idea for your film's production budget and obtain everything you need for film production, it's vital you show up to the shoot with a plan. You don't want several hours of the day wasted with your cast and production crew standing around picking their noses. Any brainstorming and planning should take place before your film shoot even takes place. Going in with a wing it mindset will more than likely cause you to waste a lot of money, time, and energy. One of the ways you can prevent winging it and actually come in with a solid rehearsed plan is creating a shooting schedule. The best way to help craft a film production budget and plan for your film shoot is by building a shooting schedule or production schedule. Creating a shooting schedule all starts with breaking down your script and determining how many pages you can shoot each day. Once you figure out the number of pages you can shoot in a day, you'll know how many days you'll need to complete your film shoot. Knowing the number of days you'll need to shoot will help you greatly with budgeting. It will give you an idea of how much costs for specific resources will be, such as cast, production crew, equipment rentals, locations, props, etc. It will paint a picture of how you'll run your shoot. You'll know which locations you and your crew will need to travel to each day, the exact order you'll shoot your scenes, the specific personnel and equipment needed each day, and for a specific scene or shot. With this under your belt, it'll be much easier to stay on track and within budget because you're not running around thinking about what you need to do next. Everything is already figured out with a shooting schedule. When you're figuring out your plan and shooting schedule for your shoot, you should try to simplify as much as you possibly can. When we say simplify, we mean limiting the amount of personnel and resources needed for specific scenes, shots, and even shooting days during film production. Your goal as a director or producer is film as many pages per day as you can to cut down costs and time. If you have 1 million people on set for a scene that requires 2 or 3 people, you're making it way harder for yourself. Having a lot of coverage is great, but sometimes, depending on your film production and the amount of time, resources, and money you have available, too much coverage can hurt you. In order to reduce time and money used on set, you may need to simplify your shot list. Reduce the amount of B-roll you want to film or certain shots you may not really need. We know, as a director, you may not like to be given restrictions or even a tight schedule because inspiration or new ideas can form at any moment during production. We get it. But spending too much time on a single shot or scene can negatively impact your film production. Try to come in with a well-thought-out, time-reducing shot list with all the shots you know you'll need, and not 1 million shots you want, but know will take a ton of time to shoot. Before you arrive at your location to shoot, you should scout out the location, tour the building, house, parking lot, etc. to get a better idea of what you're working with. This will help with prepping for the shoot. such as knowing where to hang lights up, where to place camera dollies, or other equipment needed for certain shots or scenes. It can also give you a better idea of character blocking. Once you've scouted out your locations, you will be able to prepare more efficiently, so when you get to set, you're not wasting time figuring out where to put the lights or camera. Taking the time to rehearse and go over scenes with your cast members will save you a lot of time in the long run. You don't want to be stuck on set for hours trying to direct actors on their blocking, how to say certain lines, what their character motivations and reasonings are, etc. It's okay to remind your actors of these specific things, but you don't want to be telling them for the first time. You want your shoot to run smoothly and quickly without any hiccups. And in order to do so, make sure your actors are well prepared and rehearsed before arriving on set. Remember, it's one thing to be able to create your movie production budget and schedule, but it's another thing to be able to actually execute the film shoot while staying within budget with little to no issues. Filmmakers are problem solvers. Some of the greats that we all know today have the innate ability to adapt and overcome while on set. Your job as a producer or director is to make sure your film shoot goes smooth. If you're looking for more tips on how to manage the budget for your film's production, read our blog in the description. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're currently looking for funding for your independent film, don't forget to click that link in the description to enter a one-sentence pitch to win up to $10,000 to produce your project. I'm your host, Thomas Verdi, founder and executive producer at the Film Fund, and thank you for checking out High Concept.